Welcome to Reddit Tea Time. This next story comes from r/relationship advice. 5 years together and things haven't always been great, but up until today, I would have said there are no large issues in our relationship. Since February, I've been getting my life together after a debilitating injury and subsequent struggle with depression a couple years back, and lately I have been feeling better than normal. My boyfriend recently got a new phone, and I've been helping him sort out the transfer of data since I'm more tech savvy. He left to go watch TV, and left alone with his old unlocked phone, I got curious and decided to snoop. His sister is a very complicated person, and since I've never met her, I just wanted to see what she was like in conversations with him. Not that it really matters why, I shouldn't have been snooping, and I really regret it now. About a month ago, we had a cold snap where we live, and my boyfriend and I were arguing over the thermostat. I am from a warmer climate, and I don't always take the cold weather so well. It wasn't even a real argument, more a disagreement in passing. Well, unbeknownst to me, I suppose he went upstairs and started complaining to his sister. It started innocently enough with a picture of the thermostat and complaints that it's too warm in the house, but that I think it's a normal temp. His sister agreed with him and instantly started naming countries where brown people are from. I'm brown-skinned, and saying it wasn't even as warm in those countries as in our house. He made a couple of comments about my hygiene and related that to me being a brown person, and lied saying I shower only once a week, which is weird and just not true. I shower every day, but not always in the morning, sometimes at night, and sometimes he's already in bed. He continued to complain that I make messes a lot, and his sister questioned how he could have fallen in love with me. He implied I tricked him, and she asked if he knew I was my race when we met, insinuating that my race should have been a hint to my apparent lack of hygiene. I feel the need to justify myself and say that I'm a well-kept and clean person. I wear makeup and wash my hair, face, and body regularly. I don't smell. I do laundry, but my closet room is my messy space in the house. It doesn't matter, I know, I just feel extremely embarrassed and exposed. Anyway, I've been crying for over an hour now, and I feel like I'm going to puke. We're both working from home tomorrow, and my head hurts just thinking about seeing him all day. I can't even look at him, I feel so betrayed. And for him, this was a month ago, and he's just been walking around like normal, while thinking and saying these horrific things about me. What do I do? Should I confront him? How do I go on like everything is normal? I'm thinking about leaving him, but honestly, I haven't finished rehabilitation for my injury, so I'm still at least 6 months to a year away from being fully independent and not needing to live with him. Seriously, you've been with this guy for 5 years and he's out here talking behind your back? That's not just wrong, that's cowardly. And don't even get me started on the racial BS he's spewing. That is absolutely unacceptable. You deserve someone who respects you and treats you like the queen you are. I know it's tough because you're not fully independent yet, but don't let that hold you back. Reach out to your friends and family for support and start making a plan for how you can become more independent. Just remember, you're a beautiful, smart, and talented woman, and you deserve to be treated with nothing but love and respect. Our next story is from r/relationship advice. At work yesterday, I had a female colleague give me and 9 other people goodie bags containing chocolate and hand sanitizers with a little bracelet in the bag as well. She handed these out to the co-workers she thought of as friends too. I didn't think too much of it and didn't even know there was a bracelet in it, and left it in my jacket pocket. My girlfriend was wearing my jacket the next day while I was at work and questioned me about the goodie bag, mentioning the bracelet. I told her it was from a female colleague who handed it out to a bunch of other people in the workplace, including me. She started getting upset, stating that I was disrespecting her by even wanting to possibly wear the bracelet, which I barely considered at the time. She said that it was common sense to not wear any type of jewelry from any females, and that I was disrespecting her by doing so. I was flabbergasted. This female colleague and I are friends, but she handed out the same goodie bag to several other male and female colleagues, so there wouldn't be any hidden intentions or intimacy tied along with this bracelet. I tried to explain this to her, but she continued to get angrier, stating that because I even considered wearing this bracelet, that I didn't think about her feelings at all and was disrespecting her. Is this really some common sense relationship rule that I don't know? Oh my God, what is wrong with your girlfriend? Is she okay? If your girlfriend is getting this upset about a little bracelet that a female colleague gave you, then she's got some serious insecurity issues, okay? Look, like, what is she thinking? That you're gonna leave her for this colleague because of a bracelet? Honestly, if she's really that worried about you wearing a bracelet from a female colleague, then she needs to work on her trust issues because that's just not healthy behavior. Let's get real here. It's not like this colleague was giving you a diamond ring or anything. It was just a little bracelet in a goodie bag that she gave to a bunch of people. And you didn't even know it was in there. So it's not like you were planning on wearing it to show off or anything. Your girlfriend needs to calm down and trust you. If she can't do that, then maybe you need to have a serious talk about the future of your relationship. There is no common sense relationship rule that says you can't wear any type of jewelry from females. Your girlfriend needs to chill out and realize that you're with her because you love her and that you won't be tempted by a bracelet. This next story is from r/relationship advice. My partner has a habit of morning and night scrolling his phone before getting up or sleeping and always reads out things from Reddit or articles about the economy. He's been talking about the impending collapse of the economy for 3 years now. Most of what he shares with me is negative. Someone shot, a school shooting, housing crisis, political mudslinging, cancer patient losing home to bills, etc., etc., etc. If you can't guess, it's all American-based news. I'm tired. I'm tired to my core of the negativity of this country, of the 24-hour news cycle that can't even be escaped on Reddit. I truly can no longer deal with the constant influx of bad news. I'm worried that when the economy crashes and we enter this coming recession, I'll lose my job. The situation with the housing market has made me realize that buying a home will probably take another 5 or even a decade, depending on personal finance factors. So here's to another $180,000 forked over to a landlord in those subsequent years. My future feels very bleak due to all this. I can't handle hearing negative things every morning and night. I tell my partner that I don't want to hear any more negative news, that it's not good for mental health to constantly be reading that stuff, and he turns it against me as, "So, I can't talk to you about the news?" He says that people like me are the reason our political issues won't ever change because no one wants to hear about them, and how it's better, sarcasm, to be surprised by what's going on in the world than follow the news. F the news. How can I bring this up again in a way where he'll understand my feelings and not in turn feel like I'm rejecting his need to share information? We all know that the news can be pretty damn depressing, but this is just too much. I understand wanting to stay informed, but constantly bombarding your partner with all this negativity is just not healthy. I don't blame you for being tired of hearing all this negativity every morning and night. It's enough to make anyone feel like the world is just one big dumpster fire. And I can only imagine how stressful it must be to worry about losing your job or not being able to buy a house. That stuff is no joke. Your partner needs to understand that constantly talking about all this negative stuff is not helping anyone. It's not making the world a better place, and it's definitely not helping your mental health. So if you need to set some boundaries and say, "Look, I don't want to hear any more negative news," then that's what you have to do. I know your partner might get defensive and say something like, "Oh, so I can't talk to you about the news?" But you're not rejecting his need to share information. You're just saying that you need a break from all the negativity. My advice is to sit down with your partner and have an honest conversation about how all this negative news is affecting your mental health. Explain that you're not rejecting his need to share information, you just need a break from all the negativity. If he can't understand that, then maybe it's time to reevaluate your relationship. Remember, you deserve to be in a relationship that makes you happy and uplifts you, not one that constantly brings you down.